Buddy. Welcome to the Seneca County Board of Commissioner meeting. Today's Thursday, it's August 28th, 2025, 10 a.m. in the morning. This is our regular board meeting, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
You got it.
Please pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be here today and do business for the county on behalf of the citizens. Also pray for those that have been here before us. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here?
Commissioner Frankert,
Here.
Commissioner Busdecker,
Here.
So at this time, I'll accept the motion to approve digital audio recording of the previous board session from Thursday, August 21st, 2025.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Busdecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Good. I was going to abstain, but I don't need to. Thank you. All right, first on the agenda, we have appointment with United Way. Amber, you going to stay right there? You have a front row seat.
May I approach and give you some
Oh,
handouts?
Or you can come
That's how
up.
I feel
Whatever
like.
you leave, you guys stay.
Whatever she wants to do. Okay.
Well, that's
No, I'll
pretty
sit
nice
back
of
down,
them.
but I wanted you to be able to follow along here.
Yeah.
We just have an update today on, yes, it's United Way, but mainly, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
there were some
Thank you.
tricky things.
Thank
there.
you.
Who's that character you brought with you, though?
Right, yes. Yeah, he is gonna do a quick update. So I'll let him take it away first. How about that?
So for everybody here, what Amber Wortman, the CEO of United Way of North Central Ohio, but also she gave you some statistics on the 211 service that we offer for people that are in need. And just to give a little bit of context, I joined the United Way Board in 2020, and that was during COVID. And I did not realize at the time, essentially the Tiffin Seneca United Way was running a social services agency in that office downtown. There was a full-time 40-hour-a-week employee there that was answering the phone, and somebody that needed help with rent, somebody that was being evicted, somebody that was going to have their gas turned off or couldn't buy food was calling that number and talking to a counselor, sometimes even crisis counseling like suicide and so forth. And what I did, once I learned that we were doing that, what I didn't realize was not only were we one of the very few counties in the state of Ohio that would even attempt something like that, certainly for the size of county that Seneca is, it was almost unheard of to operate something like that. And what became clear through COVID and after COVID and so forth was that model was not sustainable. I was just sharing with I operate an insurance office, and I was talking to my sales folks this morning. I said, you can't control one day the phone can never ring, and then the next day the phone can ring 28 times. And you have one employee that's in charge of something so stressful and so demanding, it really wasn't sustainable. So a couple of years ago, we looked at the models that were being used in other counties, and it also happened to be the same time that we were working with Amber's organization, and she was doing some consulting with us to talk about how we could run the local United Way better, more efficiently, serve the people here better. And so we eventually deployed a 211 service. I'll let Amber talk about how that's been going since then. She brought some statistics with her. But in my mind, knowing that the stress and the difficulty and the cost of employing a full-time individual to do that, and the inefficiency of doing it that way just for Seneca County versus the systems that we have in place, and we have a very good partnership with the local Salvation Army too that's been helping us deploy this, and they were already doing that, so we found some redundancy that we learned about through the process. So I'll let Amber take it from here.
Thank you, David. David's been an amazing leader
Thanks.
through this process. Gosh, it's been maybe 3 years now, going on 3 years that we've
Going
been
on, yeah.
talking quite a bit. And so, yeah, after COVID, everything was different, but you can't quite explain it, right? So we went through all that, and again, there's a lot we could talk about with United Way altogether, but we'll focus on 211 today. First, I just want to go over this first sheet here. This is a point-in-time look at the total requests and referrals. So this is just Seneca County, what you're looking at. So over the past little over a year, there have been nearly 3,000 calls to the 211. You can then see the section below. There are percentages as far as what the top requests when called, when people in Seneca County call, what are they requesting for? I think, I've been in enough meetings here that, housing's a top issue, and we can see that that is true even from this data. So you have 37% calling about housing and shelter. Your next largest is then utilities at 21.8%. And then there are some others over here. We do have some large ones as far as rental assistance requests and low-cost housing. So then you have some more indicators as far as, okay, well, housing's huge, but what specifically within housing? So they're looking for either rentals, low-cost rentals, or just assistance with mortgage-type payments, if that be the situation. Of course, there are some other ones throughout here. Transportation sees a little uptick at about a little over 4%. We have some really good transportation here in Seneca County, so I think that's really a bonus for the area here. But then it definitely just kind of shows you, and I apologize, this is real time. You can view this at any time at 211counts.org. You just sort it by Seneca County. And I was telling David, I wish it would have printed off in a PDF because this would have looked a lot nicer. But there is a map if you go to that site, and you can see by color which areas, whether it be right here in the city or townships, because we do get calls even from outside of the city of Tiffin. So I just thought I want to give you this as like a point in time reference. I think that's really good information. I also have, well, actually I'll go to this. David mentioned we have a really good partnership with the Tiffin Seneca Salvation Army. Leanne over there really made a coalition of it. She now takes the applications. She talks people through their situations. And to David's point, it's like we really wanted to streamline the whole process because before, people were coming in our office and then they had to go to Salvation Army and then they had to go to another place. And so for the individual who's already perhaps in crisis or needs some barriers removed, we wanted to have them have one place to go. And so this partnership with Salvation Army has proven to be really beneficial in that regard. We do, meaning United Way here in Seneca County, we do fund throughout the year. If people meet the parameters, we will help with that, utilities, some housing, some deposits, and I didn't, there's a lot of very specific information on here, but I just want to give you the number. It was nearly, over the past year, this would be January 2024, actually a little over a year, January 2024 when we started the partnership with Salvation Army to July of this year, we have invested, removed barriers for people in the amount of about just under $34,000. And so again, that includes all those things we mentioned and the things you see on here. So we are continuing to reinvest dollars, whether it be through grants, foundation gifts, or our annual campaign to make sure that people have barriers removed so that they don't fall further into or become in poverty. We want to keep them above that line, keep them working, and keep them active in the community. And we believe that with 211 and the collaboration with Salvation Army, that it's been, while it's different, it's been streamlined, and I think a stronger partnership throughout that. I think we're able to reinvest more dollars for the people rather than spending it on the admin side of things, which is what we aim for. So, and in closing, and you can obviously ask any questions, these are just some handy cards that if you're out and about, it's even great for folks here. We find a lot of frontline people, JFS, all the gals answering the phone, they have this. There's, the health department, places that they might not know even all the things that are available here in Seneca County. They can just call 211 as well. Our call center is out of Toledo. They have come here several times for presentations to your community council. And so nearly, we're really trying, I would say at least 85% of the nonprofit or social services organizations here in Seneca County are registered on this site. So in addition to calling 211, you can also go to their website and search Seneca County, and you can find in real time the database with numbers and contacts and all of that. I mean, a lot of us know some of those services, but other people don't. So these are great handy tools just to say, hey, it's just another way to help, and maybe you can find what you're looking for. So I do have some extras, and I'll leave them up front or with you guys, so if you need to pass those out. Specifically this year, I know there was a fire here at some of the apartments. 211 was very helpful with being the contact for those folks who unfortunately suffered from the fire to contact. We were able to get them placed and get them some things they needed for their home. 211 is also great when it comes to emergency management. I know locally we've had some tornado issues, sometimes some flooding, and they can mobilize volunteers as well and be a point of contact for people who have experienced natural disasters or a fire of some sort. So I think there are more ways that we can continue to partner with 211, and we hope that this partnership will continue. We do pay for this service. It's about $15,000 each year. But again, that comes with 365 days a year, 24/7. People can call even in emergencies. So we feel like it's definitely a cost savings from having one person and people running all over the place. So it's definitely streamlined that. Obviously, we want to work closely with the county with this, and if there are ever opportunities to help assist with funding or covering some of the costs of this, we would greatly appreciate it. Just because it's
Up front, we put some seed money in, didn't we?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe so. There were definitely
5,000 or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get started, remember Dave?
Yep.
Were you
Yeah.
here? Chris came in.
Yeah, Chris,
yeah.
Chris Lewis
Does
was,
this replace first call for help?
it did, yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's a good, so now so you don't have that person as you described?
Correct. There's no full-time person answering the phone, and this, what
Keep going.
Amber's describing,
that's
fully replaced that and
Yeah.
much more efficiently, and
Yeah.
a lot of it, like she described, was very redundant with what Salvation Army was already doing.
Yeah.
So
I
we
guess-
gained a lot of efficiency through
I
that.
guess I wasn't aware how close you're working with the Salvation Army, were you?
No.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's really good for the individuals because again, it's one stop, so it makes it easier for them. But yeah, to that point, we didn't want to ask again for that other investment until we had some good data to bring you, but I think it's proven that it's really helping, at least for these almost 3,000 people and a lot of the other resources for our nonprofits. So if there's an
I have
opportunity,
another
that would be
question
great.
for you, Mike.
Yeah, for sure, go ahead,
So
yeah.
break this down a little bit.
Questions
So,
is great.
Thermometers there, we raised 380,000.
We just
whatever.
talked about this last night.
So when you say there were about $35,000 that
Yes,
went into this, so
right.
when you get all that money from Seneca County, you have a budget, right? Some that goes all these different places.
Yep.
So is there a 211 budget line where money goes into?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
we do.
And then,
Maybe I'd clarify.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What- The way you're asking your question, Tony, so there is the actual cost that Amber mentioned that we pay directly to 211 to operate the call center. And then the data she's showing here is the old first call for help budget that actually provides direct assistance. And then the balance of that campaign, aside from admin, goes into the other partner agencies. So places like,
Yeah.
my sister works for Patchworks House, Fish. Also a standalone
Yeah.
to Salvation Army and.
I apologize. I didn't bring our partner list, but we have all the partner agreements signed for this year, and the majority of the same folks are still on board here for Seneca County, so David might actually have it.
I think I have the one you
If
gave
he
me last
doesn't, I will
night.
get that for you. Yes.
so
Oh, look at that. What a guy. He's
Just
got
had a board
it.
meeting last night, so it's still in
We
my
will leave
folder.
that with you.
So what are maybe I'll ask David this, what are the benefits of merging our local United Way, and what are some challenges, or just, how's it going?
Yeah, so the benefit really, and you know, I've been involved in company mergers on the private side, Tony, just like you have. But that call center person is a perfect example. We had a director here, but that director was also responsible for, okay, you gotta write and edit a press release. You gotta make sure there's fresh content on the Facebook page. You gotta go out and visit all the partner agencies, which may be in other counties, may not be. And then you gotta fundraise. And when you had one director here trying to do all that, that person got stretched in more and more directions all the time. I just see, and you know, Nikki was here before the merger, and she stayed on, and then she was promoted to director. She's able to be just solely focused on raising money and getting it into the right hands to the people that serve the right people in Seneca County. She's not writing press releases. She's not updating the Facebook page very much. She's not having to jump in and answer the 211 call line if that thing overflows with call volume. She is just serving the community and maintaining the communications with the right partner agencies and the right funding sources, and doing that full time. Does that kind of help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys want to add anything?
No, I think,
Yeah.
good summary.
So the merger has worked exactly the way that the board
Yeah.
hoped.
Brent's brother-in-law was Aaron Herbert. He was on the United Way board.
Oh, yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember doing some service work with Aaron.
Yeah.
might wanna chat with him. Good
So-
people
And
back
by the
in
way,
That'd be great, I'll write that down. You got him into something.
Yeah.
We just appreciate the opportunity to give updates, and certainly have appreciated David's leadership,
So
so thank you.
the commission, the Seneca County Commissioners, per se, we don't contribute direct money to all these organizations. Like, there's tons of nonprofits that
Oh,
come
yeah,
in, and we
hundreds,
just,
yeah.
we don't do that, we can't
Yeah.
do that. So, but we do other things, so
Mm-hmm.
you can have a platform come in,
Yeah.
give us an update, you know, I think we have to approve putting the thermometer on the courthouse property. I'm just,
I
Thermometer
understand.
went away anyway, but.
Yeah, we have trauma from
We
the
have-
thermometer, so it's fine.
do you come in and talk to our employees? You come in?
We actually,
You know,
next,
like our
yeah,
meetings?
next month is our kickoff, so if we
Yeah.
have an opportunity to do that, that would be
You talk to
amazing.
Barb.
Yes,
Maybe Barb
okay.
can help you with, and that would vary by
Okay.
elected official, right? Or do we
Yeah.
do it with our big,
It's
health
va-
insurance
It's
meeting.
varied by elected.
it would
official
vary, but we
department
could
head.
help
Sure.
you get through any hoops that are. you know.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be great,
So
yeah.
if that's a Nikki job, we could,
Yeah,
however
we
that
connect
works.
you, yeah.
Barb can help you there. We did, I mean, and we never say never, but that 211 initiative was, there was no money, and we just
Right.
felt that for the citizens of the county, that was a good, so if there's a special something,
Okay.
you know, we would entertain that, I think, right, guys?
Okay.
But we just have to evaluate it.
Sure,
Um,
makes
But,
sense.
but that's not the, you know, negative, I'm just trying to let you know what our position is.
Sure.
You guys have guidelines you live within.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just like
we,
everybody.
the St. County Commissioners wouldn't say, here's $5,000 to United Way.
Sure.
Do that every year, because it would be, there's a lot of them, so we just don't do that.
That makes sense,
But,
yeah.
We'll help you in any other way you can.
Well, we certainly appreciate the help to
Yeah.
even get it
And
off the
we
ground,
also
because
thank
that
you
was
for what
big.
you do, because
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's a great service for our community.
Yeah.
But you want to add anything?
Yeah, that's what, and
Yeah.
and like you say, especially our collaboration with the Salvation Army, I
Yeah.
mean, that's what even donating our time, you know, it's always the Red Kettle.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
done that, haven't you?
I have.
Several
I even did
times.
first
Coming
in
up.
July. Yeah.
Be here before you know it.
Yeah, right, so-
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
any way
Yeah.
that, you know, personally, we can, you know, help out stuff with that.
Great,
always about
thank you.
it, so, yeah.
Any specific
Yeah.
things any other things, Dave? I was kidding you a little bit.
Try.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I didn't come in here with agenda beyond
Yeah.
that, but I just can't say.
Great update.
One thing I was gonna chime in, and we kind of drifted off, but, you know, for those that weren't familiar, we did end up merging with Amber's organization a year ago, and that's where Tony's
Yeah.
question came from, and it has gone extremely well, and probably even better than the board could have hoped for. We do have 3 board seats. Tom Zerm from Old Fort Bank, along with myself, and Darlene Mack serve on Amber's governing board, and then there's still an advisory council here in Seneca County that advises Nikki on the fundraising
Yep.
and so forth here, so,
We probably have like 7 or 8 local folks on that advisory council
the
too.
only other thing I would say is I was thinking back to the merger and how difficult it was and everything that had to happen back, because that was a year ago that we just did that, and I think you guys all know Brent Howard, and he did the legal work for us on that, and, I mean, if the next time you see Brent, thank him for me, because he was just absolutely wonderful through that whole process. Not just his legal mind, but also his knowledge of the local charitable giving that already existed in Seneca County through, Tiffin Charitable Trust and other things, and knowing how all those work streams fit together and how those organizations fit together, and to tell us how to manage through that and make sure people understood what we were doing and why, so. That's all I got.
I was doing a follow-up too, so we had the transportation meeting there with
Yes.
GL Capsule. There's I'll pass around you guys and stuff on. I do have some up front there, but the collaboration you guys
Perfect.
also
Yes.
have there.
Yes.
Also with it to help the people, the different times, because I mean, that's what, we get calls sometimes, like, where do I go for, I need a ride maybe
Yep.
Saturday morning and stuff on, and that's nice, effort
Yeah.
stuff with that too.
The after hours is definitely the biggest challenge for
Yep.
transportation,
And that's
as
what we hear,
as you
like,
know,
I need something
yeah.
at 8 o'clock at night or a Sunday or this or
Yes.
that, so
Yeah.
that's where.
So I love that Transportation Coalition's great, and Jim Oliver, and they do a great job bringing people together to try to talk about, okay, how do we work together to fill some of those gaps? Yeah, we're happy to be a part of all those.
When does the official campaigns kick off?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm gonna check my calendar real quick. It's September.
knows.
I know, I'm like, I said, there's so many. Yes, it's coming up. It is September 17th. Yes, September 17th. We're did the same thing we did last year, calling it the Day of Impact. So we're just gonna have little events throughout the day. We'll come in and drop people's packets off and just kind of spread the word and get everybody united, so.
Are there different dates in each county have a different date?
Yes, that's true,
Okay.
yes,
So
so
you
we kind of help each other out. There's a couple other things, specific to Seneca County. We are participating in, the movie, GM's Market, the movie on the lawn, and that is, Saturday the 13th. And then also Sunday the 21st, all in September, we're having our Duck Donate. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to buy a duck last year, but we will dump them all in the river and have a little race. It's a fun fundraiser, right? So if you guys are able to come out on Saturday afternoon, we'll send you those dates as well.
Last year it was during St. Patrick's Day, it was miserable.
Sunday.
This year it's gonna be during the Heritage Festival,
Yeah.
it'll be warm and sunny, and
Right.
That first year it was way colder than we
her wranglers on their kayaks down the river won't have to freeze.
It was interesting, but thank you for your support on that too, because I know it takes a lot to let us be in the river and doing all that stuff, so. So yeah, we have a lot of great things coming up in September, and just, again, appreciate your support and the opportunity to give you an update, and certainly David or I or Nikki, we can, anytime you have questions, let us know, we're happy to help, so.
Anything
you.
else?
No?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you take off, I'll find you. I've got your cell phone.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you can text me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, thanks for your time.
Okay.
See you later.
I believe that's all the formal, that's everything formal for appointments, right? Anything else? Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay, we jump into commissioner reports. And since you passed this out,
Yep.
You go first.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so this was actually from a couple weeks ago when I said
Yeah.
I stopped and got some of the, from when they had NCAT, Lou, everybody had their collaborative effort. Jim Oliver actually ran out with GLCAP. So they kind of,
this is
yeah, that's what it's from, was from the transportation meeting there, so it's very good. It tells a lot of different places to kind of go if you need rides or any transportation for medical, non-emergency and stuff with it, so it's a good book to kind of put it out front, and maybe we can give it to Bryce and maybe throw it out in front of their place too.
Yeah.
To kind of get out in the community to know the different options and stuff with that, so.
Is there any discussion about the bus building and everything out there?
I haven't heard any more.
They talked a little
Bring it
about
up.
that right now, it's kind of,
It's on hold.
it's on hold
Okay.
right now, just with that, because Mary kind of gave it, somebody did ask her at the meeting there, so I think it's kind of in a hold right now pattern with it, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Good, sorry.
No, you're fine, no, that's good question. And then, so back to the commissioner report on Tuesday, Barb and I spent most of the day over to Finley, working on the new egg building, moving the USDA, FSA, soil water, OSU out to the AT building, so that's coming back together again, and great meeting. We kind of had the scope of the ground, the first part of the meeting, and then go for lunch, and then come back in, and we had USDA for a couple hours, kind of going through what their goals and aspirations are with the building stuff. with
Did you
it.
like it?
You went very well.
Went excellent, yeah, so that's, yeah, real good, and then we're meeting this week, coming week then, we'll meet with OSU and Water then on, kind of what their goals and stuff are for their offices with that, so a great meeting and stuff with it.
Is there a
so.
time frame?
Yeah, you kind of laid out, but it's
I'm not
kind
holding
of,
that to it.
right, so yeah, I mean,
Real
basically, it'll be a strong year from now, probably till this comes to fruition.
Okay.
By the time we do get everybody on board, get all the stuff put together, plans, bid, stuff on that, so, yeah, I think he.
Break ground in like a year?
I'd say,
Or
no, I think
remodel?
your goal is to be on the outside like December, totally
Really?
done
This
with the
year?
building. No,
Okay.
no,
Next year.
next
Next
year.
year,
December
yeah,
next year, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, because we got some time yet, it's gonna take some to get.
That's this construction, right? And
Well, and just the
All of it.
planning
Planning.
portion of it, and with the three entities
That
being
makes total
involved,
sense,
it
yeah.
just makes it a little more complicated.
Yep.
Okay,
So, yeah,
good.
So, no, that was,
Good.
yeah, good meeting with that, and then after that, then I ran over to, ODOT had a meeting over to the Learning Center about the overpass that they're proposing, over on.
Talked about that in TSEP.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah, so that was, they had basically a public hearing from 4 to 7 o'clock over the Learning Center, and kind of just, kind of a walk around, grab literature, visit with anybody, the ODOT was there, the rail commission was there, just to talk about the overpass that they're looking about doing over there on, I think it's Columbus Street and stuff with it, so that should help alleviate a lot of traffic with train stops and stuff with that, so I tell you what, I was really surprised, because I got there probably a little after 4, and there was a decent amount of people in there and stuff with it, so, yeah, so it was probably 10 or so or some, it was kind of a come and go thing with it, so it was a nice meeting and stuff with it, so. And that kind of brings it up to today.
It's good.
Yeah. How many copies you get, you guys?
Well, I dedicated a lot of my time in the last number of weeks on workstation updates and cyber technology policy stuff. It's actually quite an undertaking that I had no expectation to know. Working on that, trying to work with both the state and County Commissioners Association, to get an understanding of what we do and how we can figure out a budget to put together to do some updates, and it's gonna be a drawn-out process over the next number of months. Attended a couple of things. They had downtown concert series. It was the last one of the year at the East Green. Leave Those Kids Alone. That was kind of a nice evening Saturday night with my wife. And this weekend, both Tiffin University and Heidelberg both had their students mostly all back on the campus area. So there's a lot of activities and stuff them out and about doing. I've said before, my daughter is cheering at Tiffin University, so I didn't see my daughter very much this weekend. She was very, very busy. Let's see, tonight's
That's great.
Taste of Tiffin downtown, so anybody gets a chance to come downtown. Try some food.
Is that on Court Street and Lake, Jefferson Street between Market and Perry, I think.
I'm gonna say yes. I usually walk around and find it. Somebody knows more than me?
The only reason I know that Jefferson Street will be closed is because of the judge's parking lot. We had to request this afternoon that they not park in their parking lot, so they start setting up this afternoon for that.
And, you know, we're now into football season and high school sports are fully in session, so kind of attending a lot of that stuff. And I intended on going Saturday to the Tiffin University Technology Building ribbon cutting, but I couldn't make it up. My son got to play, so I was gonna leave. So, that's my report.
I think, so, this technology initiative that you're working on, so everybody knows, Commissioner Bustecker has stepped up. He's put a lot of time in this, right? Bill?
Oh, yeah,
And-
yeah.
And there's a lot going on with this. This is a serious situation and a big deal, so keep doing it, but then you might wanna, for,
Yeah,
Probably
we can explain, I could probably explain
declassify.
it a little better too, though.
Yeah, and-
You know, there's been some incidences
like
throughout.
policy versus
yeah.
hardware versus all
Yeah,
that.
and the reason why all the policies and the hardware stuff is really being pushed so far forward, there's been so many cyber incidences throughout the state of Ohio and across the country that we all need to get in line to protect ourselves and protect our government.
It's a big deal.
It's a quick run on it.
Several counties have been hacked and compromised. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars. So we have a lot going on, and so doing a good job, both of you, with that. It's a lot of work, so appreciate it. Good?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. A couple updates. I did go to Heidelberg for their convocation, and the speaker, Scott Carpenter, got to have lunch with him. He was an intern with me back in the day, and now he's a famous news anchor, so that was kind of neat to spend time with him. I had a TSEP meeting, a lot's going on there. I guess we're called the Collaborative. It's going to be the Collaborative now. And Brent Howard was also involved in that situation, but a lot of good things going on in Tiffin. Some of them we can't talk about, but real happy with the progress there. We had a joint EMS meeting last Thursday that was well attended. Good discussion there. We had an ECHO meeting with the EMS. That's the advanced paramedics are basically we're trying to develop more of an administrative role along with clinical role. I think that's going well. When you say, Barb, we're making progress. Yeah, I missed last week, sorry, everybody. I was at the fair in Sandusky County. Grandkids showed hogs, and I spent the day there. It was fun.
Yep.
So I pulled a bill.
Yep, right.
Got right in, ran into a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's great with the grandkids, so that's where I was. Anything else from us?
Nope.
Okay. County Administrative Report.
Just want to let you know that we did receive the loan money from North Central Electric last week. That there's some additional items on the agenda to move some money and take care of that. But just wanted to let you know that we did receive that money. And then we also received some additional money for the airport. I don't know that I can disclose exactly
Yeah.
all of that information.
But our grants were approved.
But yeah, and then there was an
So money's
ODOT,
coming in.
there was an ODOT meeting last week regarding the airports that I attended, and the biggest takeaway from that meeting was that the state, ODOT will be picking up the county's 5% match. So at least for the next 2 years, I believe it's 2 years. So what happens is FAA, we get 90% grant money from FAA. ODOT gives 5% in a grant, and then the county has to contribute the additional 5%. So whatever grant, if we're looking for something that we can get grant money for, ODOT will pick up our 5%, so the county doesn't have to put that money in. That was the biggest takeaway I took from that
Good
meeting,
deal.
so.
Yeah, that's great.
So that meeting, and then I did get a request from Bryce over at the Collaborative. I believe it was also, no, it was sent to you guys as well. They want to be able to create a page on the county's webpage for available properties within the county. So it was just, he was asked if we would, they could, they're requesting permission to create an available properties page on the Seneca County Commissioners webpage
They have it. It's not put-
that embeds this
Yeah.
interface and links directly to the database. So Marissa over there will take care of getting it all set up for us. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna give Bryce the green light to go ahead and do that, just because it's, I mean, everybody's looking for properties, and, I mean,
More
it-
visibility.
more visibility. It's on other websites, but, you know, they did ask for permission to do that, so I will make sure that that gets back to Bryce.
I had my committee meeting yesterday, and, you know, I worked a year on the agreement, and Bryce, it's my committee, and then last week you guys
Yeah, yeah, signed, yeah.
signed it and have a minute, I'm not here. So I had to pay Bryce, you know, yesterday for that.
Well, that was Bryce too. He's
He's so
pushing. He's like, he's got to
Yes.
get this done. He's got to, you know, he's got a lot of things going on. So,
But that was the last minute, no show, so.
yeah. So, I do also want to let you know. I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but Stacy Wilson over at the Judge Meyer's office now, she now has some letters after her name when in her signature. She is now a certified court manager. It's taken her 3 years to go through a curriculum to
Jeez.
become a certified court manager. So I noticed that the other day when she sent me an email, and I was like, I just want to congratulate her on that. I mean, that's a strong feat to, you know, 3 years to be able to say you can manage the court now. So,
Good.
but accolades to her on that. That's a big undertaking there.
Could be certified commissioner, administrator.
I don't know. I don't think they offer. I
You get one?
don't know if they offer anything like that for me. So, also want to let you know that tomorrow I will sit in on a meeting with Sebco, who is our medical insurance. They take care of our medical consortium. So tomorrow we will know what percentage of rate increase we will get for our health insurance for the
Yes, we
26 year.
have, so that's gonna be something here we have to deal with.
And it's
right?
something that will move very quickly. We
11th.
only have like a 2-week turnaround to be able to get rates back to Sebco that we're approving those and figuring out the employees' portions. So that meeting will take place tomorrow morning. I will know by 11 o'clock what our rate increase is gonna be tomorrow.
Gonna have some discussion on all the other stuff for now, tomorrow? You know, ancillary benefits, the wellness, we got
That's
we
through,
got
that will
next
be
week.
through our insurance committee.
Yeah.
We'll take care of all of that other through the
that's
insurance
next
committee.
week.
And that'll be next Friday, the following Friday, on the 5th, I believe that meeting is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, to discuss all of that, the increase and, you know, the employer portions.
And then you'll
and-
push that out to us.
Yeah, yep. And then, so the
Got it.
second meeting of September, I think it's like the 11th or something.
That's when
Yeah,
we
the
vote. That's
11th.
what I wrote down.
The 11th, it will actually have to pass a resolution, what, you know, with the rates and everything, because Sebco needs those back by the 12th.
Yeah, you don't pay
So
for
it's
it.
a very quick
20
turnaround.
meetings.
You know, there's gonna be a lot of moving pieces in the next couple of weeks for me, so. But
HSA, I mean, we go.
But I
over all
will,
that
yep,
stuff.
I will keep you abreast of all of that, as we go along, so.
Good job, good.
That's all I got.
That's all?
That's it.
Okay. Any old business? Any thoughts? Good. All right, jumping into new business, supplemental appropriations.
I only have a few. General fund, we're doing a transfer out of $897,980. This is the North Central Electric bond loan that we have with them. And then the general fund for Medicare for $1,706. This is for the recorder's office. Last week, we had one for his OPERS. He had a miscalculation in his original budget, so we just need to make sure that he can get through the rest of the year. And then electronic monitoring sheriff's office fund, transfer out of $500, $547.25. This is just an overage that's been sitting in that account, or that fund, for a number of years. Electronic monitoring is not done by the sheriff's office any longer. I believe the courts took over that, so this is an overage that's been on the books for a few years, so they're giving it back to the general fund.
Is that like ankle bracelets and
Mhm.
stuff? I thought that's what you meant, but
Yep.
So moved, to accept supplemental appropriations.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
And then I'll move on to resolutions. Resolution authorizing fund transfer be made to this capital projects fund in the amount of $897,980.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing fund transfer be made to the general fund in the amount of $547.25.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. So the SUP app approves, and then we do the resolution.
Yep, I
So
can,
the SUP app does what?
the SUP app puts the money in the line so it can be
Puts it in the
moved,
line.
and then
Yeah,
the,
whatever.
then the resolution does the transfer to the general
We've done
fund.
this for 6 years.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a process.
Yeah, and then we
So,
just do the resolution.
we just do the resolution right away. So, the next, did we do roll call? We're done with?
We did.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
I just had a brain.
It's fine, it's fine. It's one of those days, I think.
You know me, I ask questions, so.
Resolution approving the First Amendment to the contract for professional services between the Seneca County, Ohio, and Seneca Industrial and Economic Development Corporation, doing business as Tiffin Seneca Economic Partnership.
So moved.
Second.
This is just basically, we are updating the name to the collaborative, is what the amendment is, so.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution entering a contractual agreement to provide building code enforcement for non-residential projects in the village of Newrigal, Ohio, pending prosecutor approval.
Where's Adam? Is Adam there?
And I can scratch the prosecutor approval because he did approve this.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. If I didn't say that, you were going to elbow me. So, good news. So Adam went out and got it all approved, right? We had.
It's not been approved yet, but we have to enter
We have-
into the
we'll
agreement,
accept
and
it.
then Newrigal will then enter into the agreement once they accept it,
This
so.
is good stuff, yeah. All right,
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
yes.
Resolution accepting the First Amendment to the lease with Gerald Smith and Dylan Smith, doing business as GD Century Farms for leasing of the county home farm.
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second the motion.
Yeah, roll call. I'm good.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes, can I throw one? So we've had requests for everybody in here, plus the tape, for people to hunt. You know, it's deer season, it's groundhog season, so we, go ahead, explain the policy.
So the policy that was, we actually passed a resolution back in 2023, I believe, that there would be no hunting on county property. We had a lot of requests for people wanting to hunt, specifically in the woods out behind the sheriff's office. The woods is a very small woods. What would you say, 2-3 acres, maybe?
Might be bad, but-
Might not even be that big.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of requests, and we just felt in the best
You just
interest
said no.
that it would be best that we did not have hunting on county property.
So we just had somebody, and I'm like, go for it, but we can't do it.
We can't,
Because
it
when you
becomes a
don't want-
liability as well for the county,
Yeah.
so that was kind of
So
the
we
the
just-
biggest.
We just said no. So that's our policy.
Yep.
But we're good. I just threw that in just in case, because it's hunting.
You just never know.
Good.
So then the last resolution I have is a resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement contract with Potter Group LLC for the transportation services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. All right, anything else?
That's all I have.
Good? All right, public comment. Anybody want to come up? Adam, you got anything? Okay, yeah.
I would like to address Commissioner Bustecker when you were talking about the security, and I guess
Do you
I'm,
mind stating your name?
Oh,
just
Brenda
like-
Kuhn.
Yeah. It's
New Riggle.
To be official.
Okay,
Thank you, Brenda.
okay. And, you know, you talked about the security, and I guess I just want to put a plug in for the voting machines that we would like to go back to paper ballots, and it's all the more reason that we're concerned about the voting machines that they get hacked. So that's all our sole purpose is, you know, to go to paper ballots to avoid all that and have,
I do believe though, did they not, the state, make a decision on that? Does anybody know that?
what's that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe the state made a verdict on that.
Right, but we're protesting it.
Yeah.
Contesting it.
Yeah, that's the last I knew.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just throwing it out there
Yeah.
for, you know, somebody to think about, that there is a lot of evidence that, you know, they can be hooked up to, you know, the internet, so.
Good, just some pause and public comment back. Is our schedule, any changes? I'm having this thinking.
We do not.
We're good.
Not that I'm aware of that there have been any scheduled changes for board meetings.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to get that in. Anybody else? Good, good.
Sorry, I got a little back thing going on, so.
Okay.
Alan Overmeyer. Yeah, sort of regarding Seneca Poultry again. Just have a couple questions. How's this gonna affect Seneca County? Will Seneca County get any tax money out of this since Combox is in charge in Wyandotte County? And since the building at the site is 1,500 square feet, I think is the average in Seneca County, adds up to being 45 houses. Since an industrial chicken operation is anything over 500 chickens, will Seneca County builders be involved in the construction? With the possible devaluation of neighboring properties be offset by anything that comes from real estate or whatever, or sorry, I guess, real estate, knowing that the situation near the chicken facility is stated. Properties near the facility, I've talked to someone that knew about the situations down around Marseilles and Marysville. They were sort of saying that they were putting if a property came up for sale, they were actually putting disclaimers on how the property is sold, that the owners are taking a risk of being by a confinement facility. And I just wanted to say, of course, I'm not quite sure about regional planning, but regional planning, I do believe, has something that helps getting jobs in the community, or is that the other? Whatever.
Keep
Sorry.
going, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
write it down.
Will this affect the possible of building new houses south of Tiffin to Wyandotte County line? Since Seneca Poultry is only planning on hiring 2 people, supposedly according to permit, and as some comments Dr. Price made last week, made comments, I want to thank him for saying that this is the first large confinement operation in Seneca County, which that confirms what we thought. As per absentee owner, I'm thinking that's a little debatable since all the owners live 5 miles away. As to his comment of calming down, such as the spill at the hog manure in Wyandotte County that Sam Mullins is on, it's been stated in numerous things I've sort of seen that that doesn't affect drinking water, which Poverty Creek runs to the Sandusky. And as per the county extension talking about manure, she stated that concentration should be checked before it is spread. John Boldy's permit allows him to spread manure on his property he controls. Sam Mullins from Ohio Ag told me that, and he said he figures out to be about 2 tons per acre. The question is, if there's more manure, from what I'm trying to find out, there seems to be questions of if he sells the manure to other farmers. I don't know if that's controlled or not. I don't know if Mr. Franker knows anything about that or not. Also understanding it is that Mr. Boldy is possibly no longer able to explain to us, which he was already told not to talk to anybody at the fairgrounds. Even talking to in person I did one day, he still seems to not understand the whole seriousness of this situation. Also, Dr. Price comment on the dump, EPA says it's not a problem. My understanding is the city of Tiffin is still paying to deal with the dump, let them and mow it all the time. Is Seneca Poultry going to pay for the city's of Tiffin expenses since they're saying it's all good? And in closing, would Mr. Franker be comfortable in spreading the manure by his property? And if everybody's so good about the well being drilled on Dwayne King and Roma King's property, everyone take a drink of the water there? That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Yes, a lot of questions, so I'll just answer a couple that I know. I don't think, is regional planning involved with this at all? I don't think that.
No, I'm not
This
saying
is
it.
permitted through
Right.
ODA, so.
I'm not saying they were, I'm just congratulating
And-
the city of Tiffin doing a good job at getting jobs in the community.
Okay, and then on the tax, the commissioners, the only tax we ever get is on property tax. We get a sliver of the property tax.
But my question on
That's what we would
that,
get.
my question on that is it considered ag, or is it considered industrial, or is it,
I don't know, it's an auditor question. You know, so whatever property in the county there is, if you pay property tax, we get, in the end, we get a sliver of it.
yeah,
You know, schools, parks,
Yeah.
it's broken down. And a lot of those other questions are good questions, but not necessarily, I don't have the answer on all that stuff, but.
No, I didn't think you'd have the answer
Yeah,
now.
so I just want to try to answer the ones we can,
appreciate it.
and, yeah. You guys have any other comments? Okay, anything else? Okay, so, yep, Brenda, one more?
Yeah, Brenda Kuhn.
Yep.
I guess, I think all of us have been waiting patiently on what the commissioners' move is gonna be, yay or nay, are you for or against this project? Waiting on a statement. I guess we need to really consider that, you are working for the whole county, not for a couple individuals. I would like to address Bill Frankert, Commissioner Bill Frankert. We were friends. I helped you with your campaign. You were great for the dump. I will give you 100%. I think all really appreciated that. So I feel that you working against us is very hurtful, very disturbing, and don't understand why. You was a big player against the wind farms because you didn't want them around your property. And I'm pretty sure you probably sat in these very seats that we're sitting at begging the county commissioners to do something. And so here we are asking you for that same favor. And I guess, we would like that same respect. Thank you.
Okay. The commissioners as a body are not going to make a statement. We're not going to vote up here in support or against this specific project. I think it's an individual goal, so it's fair that ask each one of us what our positions are. And so, yeah, leave it at that. I have, in my head, I'm trying to come up with a position. You know, I talked to Dr. Price, I've talked to John Boulder, I've talked to a lot of people around there, I've talked to people that you know, and so I'm just not quite there yet on my position, but it's not going to affect the project, but I think it's fair that the public should know where I stand. I'm not speaking for the other two, but I will come out with some sort of statement. And it seems like I'm getting down the road and I am a little bit, you know, but I just want to think it through before I say something. That's my position. You guys want to add anything? We good? Okay. Appreciate everybody. Rachel, one more. You're at one more. You're
Sorry.
at.
Okay. Rachel Hemminger, County Road 90, Tiffin, Ohio. I want to start by saying that I support our county's agricultural heritage and the success of family farms. But I also believe that farming should not come at the expense of the health, the environment, and the quality of life of others. We can support our local agriculture while also supporting our citizens and the environment from an industrial facility. You know, and when you look at the Department of Ag's permitting process, this isn't really a one-size-fits-all issue. You know, each of our counties and rural communities have distinct water systems, distinct characteristics, population densities, and landscapes. So just because the permit checks all the boxes doesn't necessarily make it right. Same thing you try to tell your kids. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So, like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all issue. Please consider the unique characteristics of this particular location. That's what we keep saying. You know, I want to go over some information and facts quickly. The primary water intake source for the Tiffin, Ohio is the Sandusky River. And it's, according to the Ohio EPA, there's a protection area defined in the upstream drainage basin. For public water systems like Aqua Ohio Tiffin, which uses an inland river, the protection area includes 3 zones. The furthest out zone is the source water assessment and protection area. This is the entire watershed area that drains into the Sandusky River upstream of the city of Tiffin. The next zone is the corridor management zone. It's a closer, within 10-mile, more critical zone along the waterway and its immediate surroundings, where potential contaminants pose a higher risk to the intake. The next zone is the emergency management zone. That's the area immediately adjacent to the water intake that requires special management during emergency. The Ohio EPA identifies that potential contamination sources within these zones to access the waters can affect the water's susceptibility. The EPA also notes that these threats include agricultural runoff. So back to our concern that many of these, the facility is just outside of, it is in the source water protection zone. It is just on the very edge of the corridor management zone. And many of the application fields are in the corridor management zone. So when applying large amounts of untreated manure to this corridor management zone, there is a greater risk of contamination. These are facts. There is a map that came from the ODA with the EPA map on it showing the application fields in that corridor management zone. That is why we are saying there's a potential threat to the city's water. So I just wanted to share that. And then, you know, again, please consider the unique characteristics of this particular location. The adjacent landfill, the river, the corridor management zone. I urge you to publicly oppose this facility and serve the best interest of all of the residents, not just the large-scale industrial operations.
Thank you.
That's all.
Okay. Next meeting, Thursday, week from today, 10 a.m. Thank you.